The FBI raiding the $35 million Southern California mansion of a tech CEO accused of helping sell U.S. technology to Iran's military and nuclear programs.
Chanley Painter joins us now with the details. Chan.
Hey, good morning, Todd and Carly. So the DOJ says this man is a dual citizen of Iran and the United States, now accused of violating U.S. sanctions against Iran after prosecutors say he ran a massive decade-long scheme to smuggle U.S. computer hardware to the Iranian government for use in its military and nuclear operations. Here he is, 63-year-old Jamshid Ghomi of Newport Coast, California. He is the founder and owner of an Iran-based technology company. Early yesterday, his $35 million mansion was raided by federal authorities, a home they say was purchased by illegal funds. Ghomi is arrested for conspiracy to violate the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley saying this, quote, Ghomi is accused of aiding our declared enemies by selling U.S. origin computer networking parts to Iran and earning millions of dollars in violation of U.S. sanctions law. Authorities say that between 2011 and 2023, Ghomi used his personal eBay and PayPal accounts, along with front companies and freight forwarders in the UAE, to illegally route U.S. technology to Iran without obtaining the required licenses from the Office of Foreign Assets Control. Prosecutors say more than 250 metric tons of networking gear was smuggled to the Iranian government and government entities between 2014 and 2018 alone. The feds are also investigating Ghomi for money laundering, tax evasion, and other crimes. But as far as this charge, Ghomi could face up to 20 years in federal prison if convicted. His bail hearing is scheduled for later today, guys. Back to you.
Quite the story. Chanley Painter live for us. Chanley, thank you. Yeah. Let's bring in Fox News contributor and former CIA station chief Dan Hoffman. Dan, thanks for joining us. So he's a dual U.S. Iranian citizen accused of selling U.S. technology to the Iranian government for their nuclear and military operations. And he's apparently been doing this for over a decade. If this is true, how much damage has he done here?
Well, that's potentially a lot of damage, and I can tell you we're in incident response phase right now because this has been going on for over a decade. And if you're wondering about the value that Iran saw in procuring, stealing U.S. computer networking equipment, look, they paid this guy millions of dollars. And so we have to assess how much damage was caused and how much Iran was able to augment their ability to enrich uranium and to build out their nuclear program with our computers, our sensitive computers. It's a counterintelligence success by the FBI, but at the same time, we've got to deal with whatever remnants of this guy's network remain to ensure that we've completely shut down any future attempts to illegally to steal U.S. High technology. And it just demonstrates how nefariously Iran operates against us. They've mounted assassination attempts against the president and his daughter, Ivanka Trump. And obviously, we're fighting a war against Iran in the Middle East.
Well, when it comes to the war itself, the president gave an update yesterday, said negotiations are going well, and if a deal is reached, it could come as soon as this weekend. And following those comments, we learned that Israel and Lebanon agreed to implement a full ceasefire contingent on Hezbollah halting attacks. So a big if there. Where do you think things stand today?
I don't see real ceasefires in the Middle East. The president alluded to that in his interview yesterday. Look, I think we're still seeing fighting in Gaza and in Lebanon, and obviously between the United States and Iran. Iran just bombed the airport in Kuwait. Iran wants to shift the negotiations to focus on Lebanon while they're continuing to disrupt trade in the Strait of Hormuz. I've seen no indication that Iran is ready to negotiate in good faith about the reasons why we started the war in the first place, which is Iran's nuclear program, their ballistic missile and their drone inventories, as well as their support to proxy terrorists. So I think as a first step, we need to restore escalation dominance over Iran militarily and induce them to negotiate in good faith. I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah, and just a quick follow-up. The president also says that as of this moment, the U.S. and Iran have agreed to go in together and dig out some of that nuclear material that's been buried following our attacks inside Iran. What are your thoughts on the chances of that actually coming to fruition?
I don't see that in the near term. That's kind of the holy grail for the Iranians, and they're going to want a lot, I think, in return for anything that might approach the United States retrieving that highly enriched uranium. Iran wants sanctions relief, and I don't think the Trump administration is necessarily ready to give it to them unless we see some real concrete positive movement on the part of Iran, which again, if past is prologue, we're just not seeing it right now.
Yeah, the president was also asked yesterday what his definition of a ceasefire was, and he said when it comes to the Middle East, his definition is shooting in a more moderate manner, which is quite certainly true. Dan, thank you so much for joining us. We very much appreciate it.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.